All right. Let's see. We are live on Kick. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We're live on not TikTok yet. Oh, that's come up like that. So we're live in multiple areas. Thank you guys for being here. Anybody that is here. Leotis, good morning. I think that's from today. Believe it is. It says we have one viewer that's over there. Anybody that wants to view on Kick, again, feel free to go over there. Put that in the chat so everybody knows. Wherever the hell the chat is, the chat's gone. For some reason the chat was gone for a second, so I had to pop it out. Hmm. There you go. I'll put that in there and I'll pin the message. Let's see if it can go back, and it'll go back over there. Yeah, the chat for some reason is not popping up. Maybe I can like not start the stream over, but go back to studio and then go where I need to go. Let's see, go live. Give me a second, guys. I appreciate all the people on TikTok. If you guys have a chance, make sure you double tap that screen. There we go. It's back. It is back. All right, Pat Murphy. Pat Murphy, how are you doing? I don't know how to say that. Po guy did a 10x in the last 2 weeks. That's fantastic. Did you invest into that position, or is it just something that's like fun fact? It did 10x in the last 2 weeks. I know it's very hard to find those positions that do that. Good morning, Gary Fowler. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the stream. I appreciate it. And let's see. Who else? Anybody over on Kick? Looks like some people are over on Kick. We got 8 viewers over on Kick. Wow, this is weird. It's showing the old chat. Yeah, it always for some reason shows the old chat and what came up prior to that, because I guess it's like the same stream that's running over and over and over again. Like it's like a stream that stops and goes and stops and goes. I think I could probably like dismiss the old chat somehow, but I don't know how to do that. So let's moon. Would love if it did. Hello, Matt. Good morning from India. Where isn't isn't it popping up at? Oh, so it was YouTube that the chat wasn't popping up. Thank you for following JD Skies. That's, I don't know how to say that. But thank you for following. I appreciate it. But yeah, if you guys want to, get a chance, and I don't know why I spelled that wrong, but I spelled it wrong. So if you want, if you want to get a chance to win 50 BNB, go and follow me on Kick. The first 75 people that are following me on Kick get entered for that chance, and that's a good probability of winning, right? 2 out of 75 people, That's a great probability. And then we'll have another one where we'll do at like 250 or something, and then 500, and then 1,000. So if you guys want a chance to win 50 BNB, go over there, see if you like the platform, and link is in the chat. Or you could just type in, if you're on TikTok and you're looking for Kick, you can type in Matthew_Perry on Kick, and you'll find me. I was quite lucky, man. I remember I said last wait, I last said to you I put 50K on Pepe towards the top, put another 80K on the bottom. How much money do you have that you're putting $50,000 on Pepe and then another 80,000 towards the bottom? Like that's a lot of money. Unless you're like taking out loans or you just have a ton of money. I mean, you would have to, for you to take Pepe that seriously and put 50K and 80K and all of these high dollar figures, you would have to be making a hell of a lot of money and you're already putting things elsewhere. Unless you just wanted to take that larger risk and see what's happening, because that's great if you were able to make some money from there, put 80K at the absolute bottom or whatever you thought the absolute bottom was and see some sort of an increase. That's fantastic. That's a lot of money. Like I don't even know a level. Like even if I was at a point to where I had free cash of, like $5 million, I still wouldn't put that much on Pepe. It's just the way my, I guess, brain is wired. I wouldn't throw that much into one position when there's so many other opportunities that are out there that can consistently gain you a decent amount. And maybe you already have that. Maybe you already have a lot of money in an index fund and you're gaining, $100,000 per year, $200,000 per year or something. Um, and that's great. That means that you're able to take these risks because you have that standard income that's coming in. You own your own construction business, and I love to gamble. Okay, got you, got you. All right, so yeah, that can make sense. So that means you do probably make a decent amount. I just can't see it. I mean, it takes a lot of I would say balls to be able to do something like that. Um, and if you're finding a way to profit from it, then so be it. Like it's not a bad choice if you found a way to profit from it, but just be careful because some of those, you might not end up, getting as lucky, to put more money in at the bottom and, see that skyrocket on the way up. It could be something that just continues to fall down. So JJ, I guess good job. I don't know how much you made from it. Obviously 50K at the top that you didn't lose everything, but you probably lost somewhere around what's 50-60% of it. Um, so you putting 80K in at the bottom would definitely gain you a decent amount on the way up. So don't know if we'll recover everything, but you may end up have broken even or something. Good morning. Bull market is here, boys. I don't know if the bull market is here, not yet, but the start to it, I feel like where we are, this is the start to the bull market. Once we see the official like bull market run, like things start to take off, retracements at smaller levels and gains at way higher levels, then that's the like official bull market. But I think yes, right now we're still in the starting phase of the bull market. It's like we're in the waiting room, right? We know we're going to be called next, um, for our cleaning, and the dentist has us on deck, right? So we're right there. Uh, so what's the bottom of Pepe again? I guess the low. It wouldn't be the bottom of where it started. It would be the bottom after the increase. So we saw this increase up here, and you would probably say one of the bottoms would be probably around here, 0.00, and it wouldn't be this official bottom because it didn't get that low. He put it in at the top, and then was able to put some down here at the bottom, which is like 0.00000008, and then seeing that increase to dropping a zero. So you probably gained a decent amount, um, maybe close to doubling your money. Yeah. maybe close to doubling your money here. If you found a way to sell at that point. Because if you sold, let's say if you bought 80K or sorry, 50K at the top and it decreased all the way down to the level that it's at now, you pretty much lost, a large percentage of it. It was at a let's say a $1.6 billion market cap, and then it decreased down to, I guess here, which would be a $600 million market cap, showing that you lost about 1.2 of that $1.8 billion market cap. But if you were able to get in back over here, you pretty much doubled that money. So even if you lost 100% of it, which you didn't lose 100%, I would say there's probably like 20K that's left from that. And you invested 80K here, you turn that 80K into about 160K. And then you also still have that 20K that's there. So a total of about 180K or something like that he probably gained from it or has from it. So a total invested of 100. Sorry, I'm trying to, for some reason, 130K, and he was able to make about 180 or something like that. So that's not bad, not bad at all. But that's also only if it is realized. I lost pretty much all of the I lost pretty much all of the 50K and doubled the 80K. So yeah, that's oh shoot. Thank you, Robert, for telling me to show something. So yeah, this is what I was looking at. I thought I was already on the screen. Nobody said anything. Thank you, Robert, for telling me. So anyways, we got 59 people here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. But here we go. This is what I was talking about. So you have the chart right here. It's currently, in the last year, it's up 2,782%. But if you're investing at the top, it's a 1.6, $1.8 billion market cap, whatever it ended up getting to. You ended up losing majority of it. I don't know if he sold it at any point, or if he still holds it. But, if he still holds it, he probably holds on to about, I would say 10 to 20K, right? Um, but turning that 80K at the bottom into 160, ended up making you break even as well as profit from it. So you put down 130K, got back 160. Okay, so you must have sold the 50K or sold the 50K at some point or whatever you had left at some point. It is a big risk, but you ended up finding a way to profit from it. I know it's not something I ever think about to put more money into it. But if you want to find a way to recover it, you can't trade with emotions. You got to find the right point to invest into it. And I'm glad that you saw an opportunity at some of these levels and you were like, hey, I just need to buy this position. You bought the position, doubled your money, and you were able to get that back plus a little bit of profit. So now you have technically 30K to play with if you wanted to, not to do it the same way, maybe, but play with it and put it in different places, especially when it comes to this bull run. It's gonna be very interesting, and it seems like you have a lot of money to throw into the crypto markets. So as long as you're throwing a certain amount, I would say anywhere north of like 10 to 20K, I think you'll be set when it comes to the crypto market and collecting a ton of profits. So yeah, what's under there? I don't know what's under where. Wish I can get into Bitcoin Cash, but there has to be a pullback. Yeah, of course. I saw Bitcoin Cash was moving a little bit. Let me go ahead and get this. I saw Bitcoin Cash was moving a little bit. I think it was up like 16% or something. Scroll down here. It's up 20%. So yeah, I know a lot of people would love to get into Bitcoin Cash. I would as well. I'm not really buying anything right now, so yeah. Pepe gonna moon next bull run. I think Pepe can make some big moves, but the issue is that what the stream is about, and what I couldn't title the the TikTok stream, is that will Pepe ever be more than a meme coin, right? Um, and honestly, I don't think it's ever meant to be more than the meme coin. Um, you see all of these other coins that are trying to create something new and, innovate and all that, which Pepe could be, right? You could see a ton of people that are getting into it, and you could see it become more than that. But I think it's just meant to be that, to be a meme coin. Like you look at kind of what Dogecoin is doing. Dogecoin, everybody else is kind of trying to apply what it could be and what use case it could have. But in reality, it is just a coin. It is just a popular position, a popular project, and that's it. And who knows where they're going to go from here? You obviously know the team that's behind it, the people that are leading it. So that's the only difference that you really have. But Pepe is just like we don't know anybody that created it, that's behind it, that's working on it. And if they have any type of plans to do anything special, and what we know is that it's supposed to be a meme coin, it's meant to be a meme coin, and it's going to continue to be that. But that doesn't mean that it'll lose popularity, because more people that invest into it, that see an opportunity, the more that this meme coin becomes, more and more popular and grows more and more, market cap wise, price wise, all of that. Guys, if you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. We got 73 people. We got 24 likes that are here. So feel free to hit that like button. Also, again, if you want to follow me on Kick, feel free to follow me on Kick. First 75 people will be entered to win $50 worth of BNB. Everyone is doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. This is crazy. You had to ask, how much money do you have? Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money that was invested. I mean, it's a ton of money. I think in the future, SHIB investors will move money from SHIB to Pepe. That's part of the reason why I've also invested heavily. I mean, that's a good take. I feel like a lot of SHIB investors are doing that now. Or they've been doing that since, Pepe had a little bit of hype. They've been doing that because they want to follow the things that are moving, that are getting people some money. If they see other stories, right? SHIB investors have been holding for 2 years. You've seen, everything within SHIB and all the different things that have been created, but nothing has really impacted SHIB. And now you see this Pepe, project that's running out of nowhere, and a lot of SHIB investors transitioned over to holding Pepe, or just decided to, transfer some while holding both, right? Be in both corners. And I'm seeing that now. I don't think that you'll necessarily see that later. I think you will see other opportunities that come up as well. Pepe will run, SHIB will run. It just depends on which one will run more. If Pepe becomes the new spot where Shiba Inu should have been, right? So if Shiba Inu gets up to, or Shiba Inu's at a $5 billion market cap, and you see Pepe at a $5 billion market cap and Shiba Inu drops down, I mean, it's kind of taking that spot. But I think you will have other things that come on as well, because you're not just going to see one or two meme coins, or three meme coins that really run the meme coin sector, right? I feel like you're going to have more than that. And I don't even know if I would consider Dogecoin a meme coin at this point. It seems like that's just like even though it's just a standard altcoin, in my opinion and a lot of other people's opinion, even though it really started the meme coin space. Question: How come Binance lists some tokens versus others? So Binance lists what they feel like they're going to be able to gain the most on their bottom line. It's all about how much they can make, right, or how much they can increase their worth, their net worth. So if you have, Terra Luna Classic, they invest a hell of a lot of money into it, knowing that you can see this price skyrocket with the amount of people that are getting into it. It's all about their net worth. It's all about increasing their bottom line. And with every exchange, it's also about that. But then they also have introduced now this innovation zone, where they feel like if a project is not innovating, or not, creating new things and, creating interest, then they can delist them and do it without concern with the community kind of attacking them, because they're in the innovation zone. If they're not doing anything, then we're going to get them out of here. And it's just kind of a way of saving their money that they invested before people decide to take it off their exchange. The thing about exchanges, right, is people can transfer their money that they purchase into and put it on a whole nother place, right? You take your dollars, right, and you go and buy a certain coin. You buy, let's say Pepe, right, or you buy Shiba Inu, right? If you wanted to take Shiba Inu off of that platform, you're taking the coins away from them. So all you're doing is moving those coins to a whole nother area. Yes, I think the value would still kind of be there in a way, right? Because they're receiving your cash in order to get this coin from the beginning, but you're decreasing the value or decreasing their bottom line by moving the coins off altogether, right? So, and especially if it's something that's popular, so they don't want that to happen. Now, if what you're doing is just transferring, let's say, your Shiba Inu or whatever to this place, and you're moving it off of there, then it's really just an in and an out, um, which wouldn't be the best situation for the exchange. But to answer your question, how come Binance lists some tokens versus others? They pick and choose which ones they feel are going to succeed. Um, how many BNB Tiger holders uh, are there? Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've ever looked into BNB Tiger. I think I've heard of it like 5 different times. Um, there are 41,370 addresses, which seems to be good, right? Having a lot of addresses there. That's like half the amount I think that Pepe has, unless Pepe has increased in hold. Pepe is increasing in holders. That's great to see. You know, it was at 100. The first time I looked at it, it was staying at 116,000 for a while, and then went up to 119,000, and now we're seeing it at 124,000. Now it's not moving at the level that we all expected to be, like get up to 300,000 holders or 500,000 holders, especially with the amount of hype that it had. You expected to see a lot more holders onto it. So that's something that did confuse me as to why we're not seeing more holders. But 100,000 holders is still a lot. Like I think when you look at CRO, I believe they have 400,000 holders. So it's still a lot of people that are invested into the play. And this is why I take SHIB so strongly, because SHIB has 1.2 million holders um, for their project. Scroll down here. Um, SHIB has 1.2 million, almost 1.3 million. That shows a lot of strength in a bull market because people are holding on to that position. You have new investors that are looking for things that have had success in the past, and SHIB is one of those. So, looking at this at a $4 billion market cap, you're like, all right, well, it gets back to a $40 billion market cap. That's a 10x return. I'll take that any day, right? So, people invest into it because of what the past was, what the history was, and also what the future will bring with the 1.3, almost 1.3 million holders. Good morning, Matt from Southern California. Top of the crypto to you all. Oh, good morning, George. And hopefully I'm saying your name right. It is George, right? It's not pronounced differently, but if I'm not, I apologize. But George, good morning from Southern California. It's probably not raining as much as it is over here, so enjoy your days of non-rain. Um, yeah, top of the morning to you as well, Matt. In your honest opinion, where can you see Pepe going from here? Where do you think it will top out at? So if I did have to give my honest opinion, right? First, before we see it get to a level where we're like, hey, where can this peak at? We have to see it surpass the previous highs that we got to, right? So a $1.6 billion market cap. That's honestly not that difficult to surpass that as long as you are seeing, the bull run come soon, right? If we're waiting another year for this to take off, Pepe will find a way to continue to decline because you're not seeing a lot of money that's going into the market, and then you won't see as much hype. But you may end up seeing a lot more investors into it because it's at a low point. So eventually it could make the ultimate bull run a little bit stronger. Um, but I do see it surpassing the $1.6 billion market cap just from the hype, the meme behind it, the popularity. But I do see this, kind of level for some reason, hitting at underneath a $5 billion market cap seems like that would be somewhere that it stops. However, it all depends on what transpires before that, right? If we see a ton more investors into it, and all of a sudden we have a let's say a burn method into this before it even hits a $1 billion market cap, that could give you an idea of how much is going to be decreased from the supply. You never know what is going to happen with this position. But since it is on so many other platforms, so many other CEXs, it's going to be difficult to implement any type of burn that they would agree to, because it's not in the contract when they initially got launched on these platforms. Um, so honestly, somewhere around that $5 billion market cap, just in my head, that's where I'm seeing it. But I do want to see it surpass the 1.6, whatever, 1.8 billion-dollar market cap that it got to, right? I want to see it surpass that before we end up getting there. Because right now, we don't really have much strength above, I would say, this area. We have multiple touch points above this area. If you don't have multiple touch points, then it does not really sit with me as a strong level of resistance, or a strong level that you could even get to. So this large increase all the way up to 1.6, there's no other touch points up there. And until you get to a point to where you actually have multiple touch points, so like a $500 million market cap, that's where it shows that it does have strength. So I want to see the strength up there and see it hold at some of these levels before I can predict if it's going to go anywhere further. We don't have enough information to really go off of history. So we're literally just going off of speculation. But the one thing that I wanted to point out with this position is the fact that the the volume has always been great compared to the market cap. Even if it's negative volume, we've seen great volume for Pepe. 35% volume market cap ratio, which you don't see in a lot of positions. To see it at a $646 million market cap and see $200+ million in volume, that's big. So, um, yeah, I'll leave it at that. That's my honest opinion. I really don't have. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, this is going to a $100 billion market cap, and we're gonna see this absolutely skyrocket to a whole nother level. You probably want to hear that from me, but I want to give you guys the truth and how I'm feeling. Right? I'm trying to give you guys my honest opinions about it, and it's not fact. It's merely just an opinion. Hey man, I have an idea. It may be bad. I thought it was good. So Elmo, I'm gonna do a game. It's cool, but I think they should work with certified gold and silver website so I can buy them with Elmo. I think this has more use case than a game, and will bring more people to Elmo, and they will trust this project more. What do you think about this? It might be a bad idea. So nothing's really a bad idea, right? If you can find or justify your reasoning to whatever that idea is, it's not a bad idea. Um, I feel like it could be good. It's just the only thing is that crypto has always been known to really, uh, I don't know, for some reason you kind of apply crypto to like the virtual space where you have, metaverses, you have gaming, you have NFTs, you have virtual lands. Like you have all these different things that um, you're, you're, uh, you're looking at with crypto. Sorry. That you're looking at with crypto and comparing it and kind of saying if it can work in some of these spaces. And a lot of people look at it and go, all right, well, I look at this in gaming, and it would be huge in gaming. I don't know about that though. I haven't checked into what game they're looking to create. Um, but I do think the focus should remain on trying to launch on these CEXs, and they've been doing a great job with that. I don't want them to start spending a hell of a lot of money on developing a large game and spending all their money, because it doesn't it doesn't work out well when you don't have a lot of people that are playing it. And that's where that's where there's a big issue. Now, if it's something that's not going to cost a hell of a lot and it's just like a game that could be addicting and people will play it and be able to burn and be able to earn and all that stuff, that would be great. But you don't want to spend a hell of a lot of money on an area where the money is not flowing into, right? If the money is not flowing into gaming, if the money is not flowing into, and let's be more specific, if the money is not flowing into probably apps and computer gaming there, because gaming in general, there's a lot of gamers, but for top tier games. If the money is not flowing there, you want to make sure you focus where the money is flowing, which is the CEXs. And, they've been doing a great job. I haven't talked about them in a little bit, but they've been doing a great job with getting CEXs on board and having $1 million+ in volume every day. So that's something that I really like to see with Elmo. I haven't actually checked them out. I should probably give them a little bit of a look to see what's going on. Well, currently they're down about 234. They're down about 2.34%, seeing it at 1.3 cents and seeing about, again, let's see if this updated. Yeah, about $1 million in volume on the daily. You're seeing 23% when it comes to volume to market cap ratio. So you're definitely seeing quite a bit. Now, the max supply should be what the total supply is. And you're also seeing 257 million that's in circulating supply. I haven't checked their supply in a while, seeing it at 368 million max supply, which you lost a little bit of holders. But we want to see a continuation of adding these exchanges, which is always good to have burns that are happening there. Now, I don't know when these burns will happen, but you should see a massive amount of burns happening sometime soon. So that's something that I want to talk to them about, because with the taxes that are associated or taxes that are on a lot of these platforms, yes, you won't see all volume that's going towards buying going towards selling. You're going to see a lot that's going towards buying, but you're also going to have a ton of selling volume that you can actually apply that tax, where you can take this tax money that you're getting and burn off the coins. And I hope that that's the case. I hope they're not using that money for something else, right? If they're using that money to build the game, then that's not something we want to see. I want to see the burns be consistent, and that's what Elmo is all about. So we want to see that consistently burn. So I want to talk to them about that and see what's happening there, because if that's the case where it is changing, we're gonna have to have a conversation about that, because the burn tax is going towards the burn tax. Like that's what the whole coin is about. That's what the whole project is about. So I want to make sure that the burns are happening there, because I know Bitmart sent them money in order to do the burns like they were supposed to do, or they're supposed to do. So I want to see that happen in chunks. To where majority of it is burning off the supply, right? And it's not just like, hey, we're giving you money to put towards this game. No, it's a 10% burn tax, right? So we will see. I'll have the conversation with them. I haven't talked to them. I don't know if DJ Trev, you're here in the chat. Trev, if you're here, have you talked to them lately? I'll leave that question out there. Matt, you're good morning, Matt. How are you doing, sir? I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. I'll take Bone over Shib. I don't know about that. I mean, I can see so much more potential in where Shib can go, but you do see the potential in Bone as long as Shibarium does become a hit. If Shibarium is not, then I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Good morning, everyone. It's nice to be here with you all. Please hit the like button. Yes, hit that like button. Richie, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. I appreciate it, and I'm sure other people appreciate it as well. 10 gifted membership bomb from Richie's Plain Talk. Yes. Good morning, Elmo ERC family. Girlfriend season next up. Is this like a coin? You don't cover Jasmy anymore. I do. I do cover Jasmy. I just haven't I just don't do it every single day. There's not really too much news all the time about Jasmy coin. I could basically say, hey, here's your Jasmy update, but I don't want to really do that. So, um, yeah, I will be talking about Jasmy soon. There will be a video today, actually. Oh, Doge GF. Okay, yeah. Go to sleep? Why do I need to go to sleep? There was a 700 million plus supply release for Jasmy. What are you talking about? Jasmy faces price drop as whale deposits 700 plus million tokens. So like someone released their tokens. It wasn't like, oh, they burned them or like released them as in like took them out of the supply. They added them to the supply. The on-chain analytics firm on-chain revealed in a tweet earlier today that a whale has transferred millions of Jasmy coin to an exchange, according to the post. A a whale who calls himself Jasmy Deployer deposited more than 700 million Jasmy, worth around 3.4 million to Gate.io just a few hours ago. This particular whale is a big player in the crypto space as it held almost 5% of the Jasmy at the start of June. As such, any move made by a whale may reflect in the price of the altcoin. There could be a price drop in the future for Jasmy as a whale may look to offload its holdings. So that's big. I'll definitely have to find a way to talk about that, which could create obviously a decrease in the overall position. So I'll have to keep that on my mind. Maybe make a video about it. But I do have videos planned or another video planned for Jasmy coin, but I'll put this here and maybe it'll be involved in that video. Um, but I don't know how I put that into a title. I have to find a way to do that. But that's crazy to see that I had no idea that was going on, but that was just yesterday. So yeah, currently the price of Jasmy coin. Let's look at it. Have we seen any type of decline in the position? Let's show you guys. Have we seen any type of decline in the position? Jas. So we're seeing it actually increase to 45% of a penny. Um, so we could see a pretty decently sized decline. It would be about 3 million of the total volume that we see within Jasmy coin. If we see, a 50 or 60 or $100 million day, that may not have as much of an impact. However, it will have some sort of an impact. But if we see it on a low day, we may end up seeing a massive impact to Jasmy coin. So depending on when they end up doing that, and the sooner the better. Like I hate when people own a large portion of a position, and we want to find a way to where majority of people hold less of the position rather than somebody owning 5%. Um, Travis here wants you to repeat the question. Sorry, I'm here, but I was also in getting with somebody. What's the question? So the question is, have you talked to the Elmo team lately? Because from what I hear, they're looking to build a game, but um, they're receiving funds uh, from other like exchanges to do the burn. So the 10% they're receiving from a different place, or 6% or 5% that they're receiving from Bitmart or whatever, right? They're receiving all these different coins, but we haven't seen these lump sums, end up burning. So I haven't talked to them about it, but I expected to see lump sums and announcements for different lump sums. But um, makes me think, and I'm the only reason I'm thinking like this, and I don't want to think like that about every project. Um, that maybe they're using some of that money to build whatever game they're trying to build, when it should be towards burns, or they just have a lot of money and they're using that money and they haven't received the funds from a lot of these places. So just trying to get an understanding of where those lump sums are. Um, but it also hasn't really been like a full month for all of these exchanges. So I don't know what the period in time they're going to be receiving the coins. So I was just wondering if you talked to them about it. You could have just told me what he asked. Well, I appreciate that, Richie. I appreciate the $20 super chat. Maybe he didn't have a way to articulate everything, but I do appreciate the $20 super chat. Um, they already made the announcement from the heart from Bitmart. I saw that they did a burn from Bitmart, but I think that was only a portion of it. And again, it'd probably help if I would check Twitter more often. They have 9,000 followers now. That's crazy. That's great to see that they're gaining followers and people like them. People like what they're doing and they're gaining holders and we're seeing things that are burning. That's fantastic what they're doing. Talking with them right now. They will not divert tax money for anything else. I'll ask who is creating the game. Stand by. All right, perfect. That's what we want to hear is always that the tax money is going to the place that it's supposed to go. And we want to hear that clarification 100% from them. So Elmo ERC is not going to do that. They're going to take the tax money that they end up getting from all these exchanges and push it towards taxes. And I know that they're doing it, from what I understand, in a lump sum, right? So whatever they receive from the exchanges, they're going to end up doing those burns and probably keep some on reserve to continue the burn more consistently, which is a good thing, rather than doing it all at once and just saying, hey, we're doing this burn, boom. But if you keep some, as you have, maybe less and less or lesser volume that comes through, you can still do the burn consistently within those exchanges. So that's fantastic. Again, I haven't talked to them in a while. I should probably get an understanding. Elmo is a sleeping giant. Just needs some hype and an influx of money. Absolutely. I think it does just need that, because you look at some of these places or some of these projects that are trading on some of these exchanges, and they definitely don't have the firepower that Elmo ERC has. Um, and I can't wait to see what it ends up being once people start to realize like what it could be and what it will be. Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it. Do you think Jasmy will hit a dollar in this bull run coming up? I think Jasmy will hit a dollar in the bull run. It depends, right? If we have a ton of coins that are locked up, then probably it definitely has the ability to do that. But I would probably say no. I'm pushing for the under 50 cent level that it will hit. Um, and we'll see how that transpires from there. But I do think that it can hit a dollar. It's just got to have, um, you know, we have to see this massive bull run, right? It's not just a level to get to, $5 trillion market cap. I think we can see this. If we could see this get to, a $10 trillion market cap or somewhere around there, maybe even a little bit further than that, then that's where you start pushing for a lot of these popular altcoins to really push up. And also, it depends on how long. I don't know if it's still in the innovation zone, but how long it's in the innovation zone for. Because I feel like they're finding ways to innovate. Yeah, even with Jasmy hitting 50 cents, it's a 100x. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's still 100x from there. So if you're holding 1,000, you're looking at $100,000 at 50. You're holding $1,000 right now. You're looking at $150,000. I got airdrop scammed. Wait, I got airdrop scammed yesterday out of all of my 900 XRP. Be careful, there, people. Yeah, I mean, I don't I don't go with anything. Like a lot of times it's very difficult to do any type of giveaways because what people will do is they will take my name and image and all of that, and they'll go, hey, we're gonna airdrop you your coins right now because you won. No, I will do a live stream to tell people exactly who won. I'm not going to tell anybody in the comment section. I'm not going to tell anybody on Twitter. I'm not going to tell anybody um, on Twitch or anything like that. I'll probably be on Twitch, but it's going to be on Kick. When I do that giveaway for the 50 BNB, it's going to be on Kick. Why don't the big exchange put their own burn tax on Shiba to help it? So the issue with that, right? I'll tell you this: the issue with them putting their own burn tax on is the same issue that we've been having with Terra Luna Classic, right? Binance didn't want to do it because they feel like other people would just go to another exchange. If a big exchange ends up doing that, you'll see a lot of people push their Shiba Inu to another place because they don't want to pay the tax. And you won't see the tax go through. Now, you'll still have people that trade on this platform and you'll still see a tax, but you won't have as many people that are on it. So say if Binance is holding, let's say, 10 trillion Shiba Inu coins, which I don't know how much they're holding, but say it's 10 trillion. People would end up moving their Shiba Inu off of the platform in order to sell it. Because once they end up selling it, that's when they end up having the tax. So it would be an issue knowing that you would have a tax on Binance or KuCoin or wherever, unless it was everywhere. So if you can find a way to implement the tax on every single exchange, we can get that done. But the problem is that we would have to fight for it. The community would have to fight for it, but we're not doing that. We're not showing how much strength we have. We have 1.3 million investors, and we're not showing how much strength we have by trying to get them to implement a tax on their platform. If everybody implements the same tax on their platform, it would be huge, which we could do if the community would all fight for it. So, are you willing to fight for it? Well, we can start the movement. We just have to see people continue with it, right? Where people are like, yeah, I support it. But there's a lot of people that don't even support a burn at all. They're saying, hey, burns don't work. Deflationary projects will never work. And we might as well just give up on it. And if we still have those people that are out there questioning it and that are, big influencers that will say burning is not the idea and they have, 600,000, a million followers, well, what can we do? We're trying to fight for it, but they're pushing it back down, saying that it will never work. Just like the people that fought any invention, saying that an airplane wouldn't work, saying that, people wouldn't be able to fly anywhere, right? Cars wouldn't work. It doesn't make sense because they're too slow and they cost too much money and all this other stuff, right? And those are those same people, and we're gonna have to fight our way through it. But the issue is that, like, do we really want to take this leap? Are we gonna take this leap? Are we gonna all take it together? Why don't you start? Oh wait, I read that. SHIB needs an AMA. They do need an AMA, but from the community standpoint, we need the largest AMA from a community standpoint to get an understanding of what our next step would be. Because if we're looking to support Shiba Inu, it's not what these ecosystem devs are doing. We should be supporting what we think will actually work from a community standpoint. We support the businesses that are burning. We support, the businesses that are supporting Shiba Inu and being able to use Shiba Inu as a form of payment. We support trying to get these exchanges to implement some sort of tax to burn off Shiba Inu, right? And maybe they end up doing it like they do it like Binance, how Binance burns off Terra Luna Classic. Any of these exchanges could also burn Shiba Inu. And I've ran into a couple small exchanges that are looking to burn Shiba Inu as a form of marketing, right? But the point is that when you say you're going to burn Shiba Inu, people don't want to trade on that because they have a tax associated with it. If they're talking about their fee, then it's a different story. But they're also giving up their revenue. We have to pitch to them, to these exchanges, if we have connections, to say, I'll talk about that in a little bit. I did talk about it earlier today, but I'll talk about it in a little bit. So if we have this stance and we can find a way to get these exchanges to do so, I kind of lost my train of thought. Then it would be beneficial to the entire Shiba Inu army, honestly. Your thumbnail shows Pepe. What's your stance on the coin, Matt? So yeah, my stance on the coin, I still hold. Let me see if I can log in. Give me a second. I still hold 67 million, I believe. 67 million coins. I want to say that that's how much I hold, but let me go to KuCoin. Let me log in. It's gonna take me through a bunch of different steps to do this. Hopefully, I have the right password. Oh, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I also need an SMS thing with this. I need to set up two-factor authentication, which apparently I already set up, but I don't have it on this phone, which is weird. It is a two-factor authentication, but it's through like shoot. I don't know why I just tried to copy it. All right, give me a second. Trust this computer for 30 days. But you trust it forever because that would be great. So yeah, I do have 67, I believe. Let me go back in here. Assets, uh, funding account. I think it's in. Or no, I think that's where my Lunic is. Trading account. Yes, I have $111 worth. I have 67,000. Or sorry, 67, almost 68 million Pepe. So I'm hopeful that things can run, but even if I see like a 10x return from here, so getting up to a $5 billion market cap, that's still only $1,000 for me. But I know a lot of other people can gain so much more with this position. Um, and I'm in it just to dip my toe in the water, and that's what I said I was going to do. And that's what I have. So it's nothing to where I'm trying to get insanely wealthy from Pepe. I'm just trying to see the gains as well as seeing other people seeing the same gains. So my stance on where Pepe is if it will ever be more than a meme coin is I don't think it will. I think people will try to make it more than what it is, more than a meme coin. And the reason that they will try and do that is because they want to create some value for the people that are saying, hey, why would I invest into this coin? Tell me why. Because all you can say is that it's popular. All you can say is that it's a meme coin that hit, $1.6 billion market cap, right? It's not anything to where they're creating any use case or they have any thought of creating any use case, but community members can find a way to create something. And that's what they're going to try and do. But ultimately, I think that no, it will not be anything more than just a very popular position that may end up supporting something bigger in the long run. So it may have a bigger use to it without actually saying, hey, we're building this use case onto this coin, right? It may be something that supports something even bigger, a bigger project, or maybe a more stable project. But either way, I think it will have the hype behind it for quite some time. So that's those are my thoughts. They're bringing people onto the team who can build a game in house. One paid dev funds will come from NFT sales if needed. They can sell some tokens without affecting the chart. Okay, okay, so that's good to know that they're trying to keep everything the same when it comes to the taxes, but you do have somebody who can build I guess some sort of game. Are they looking to do like a top tier game, or is it something that's like addicting? Um, because the addicting games are the ones that keep people there, kind of like a Clash of Clans app, or trying to think of some other apps, Flappy Bird, or like Angry Birds or something. People get addicted to playing these levels and just beating it. Candy Crush, all those different things. Are they looking to do something that's more addicting, or something that's like kind of a top tier game there? I get that, but I just don't know really matter that much. But also, do you believe in the repeg will work? I think it's a total waste of funds. I hope the reminted. Wait, I hope the reminted burn one gets passed. It will show Binance we respect them. So, do I believe the repeg will work? It depends. An incremental repeg, I think will be difficult. I think a solid repeg or a repeg to a dollar and find a way to fully fund that would be the best bet. Because then you're fully funding it, knowing what the overall market cap is, knowing that you have the funds in order to repeg it. And then what you can do is hold on to that to see the value of that increase, which means it would take less money to repeg, right? Knowing that you have the money to do so and it's increasing in price, you just choose not to do it yet. Shows a lot of strength within USTC if you can get to that point. But the only way that you get to that point is seeing Terra Luna Classic, burn down that supply and get to a level to where you can remint coins to support that, right? Because if you remint coins and then put it into a stable coin or something, right, Bitcoin or whatever that has its certain value and a stable value, then again you can support that without actually putting the money or injecting the money into USTC yet until Terra Luna Classic is at that level. So a repeg will work. I just don't know if the way that we're going about the repeg will 100% work. But I have to have faith. So feel like it's just more of a nice gesture from the Luna community. Well, feel like what's more of a nice gesture than the Luna community? I've supported the L1 for the most part. Can you buy and sell from it, or is it just for storage? Am I in the wrong? What? I am in. Oh, it skipped forward. I supported for the. It literally skipped forward halfway through the sentence. But I'm pretty discouraged seeing that money is going out without virtually any return on investment. Yeah, it's just getting sadder by the day. It is, Jonathan, very frustrating from an investor and ecosystem supporter standpoint. True, very, very true. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hope they get their shit together. Yeah, don't we all? If you have a cold wallet like a ledger, can you buy and sell from it, or is it just for storage? So it's just for storage. From what I understand about it, I'm supposed to be receiving the ledger stacks, and I haven't. That's been like pushed back, I guess, multiple times. So I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to ledgers, but I know there are people that use ledgers more than I do. But I believe it's just for storage. What's your take on the Lunix split? Uh, your take on the Lunix split was interesting. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad idea. Like I'm upset that my thumbnail wasn't on the actual for some reason it didn't get linked on there, so the video wasn't as popular as it should have been, because those videos tend to get quite a bit of views, but it honestly is a really, really good take when you think about the split. You know, when you sit here and let me go back here for a second. See? Um, so when you look at a split and you understand this, I understand how people are like, "Hey, we will never do this, and it doesn't make sense." But if you firmly believe, let's say that this can get to a penny, right, at these levels, right, where we are not seeing any type of repeg yet, we firmly believe that it can get back to a level of a penny at a $58 billion market cap, which is not crazy. Um, then if we just kind of split that to make a $58 billion market cap a dollar, then we know that it can get back to a dollar point, and this would be 10 times easier to see, 10 times easier to take in, to comprehend how this does get there. Because currently, if we're at a 5.8 trillion supply, and we do a 10-to-1 split, which people don't really like, you'll see a $580 billion or 580 billion coin supply. which is great to see it decrease that much. We're out of the trillions. We know that there's a possibility to get to this dollar level at a $580 billion market cap because we've seen other coins get to it. 5.8 trillion, we've seen no coins that have gotten to it. But if we take it a couple steps further and we just either do a 20 to 1 or 100 to 1, yes, we're releasing two zeros. And instead of me getting to $1 and having $54 million in my account, I may have only $540,000 in my account, which honestly is still great. And you still have the potential to grow. You still have the potential to burn more coins so it can get to higher price points. And while I only have 540,000 coins because my coins get cut by 100, right? Take away two zeros. I still can see, and there's probably going to be people that buy it all up and get up to 100 million before so that they can have 1 million coins when it does split. But the split would be great because you would end up getting to a $58 billion or 58 billion coin supply. So it's honestly not a bad take. Honestly, not a bad thing, but I know it's taking away from the overall ceiling that we can get to if we implement a lot of these burns. But like, I don't know how people would feel about it. Whoa. $50 super. Okay. Richie, this is from DJ Trev. What are you talking about from DJ Trev? I appreciate the $50 super chat. They are determined to do an above average game, shooter style, computer based, not mobile. Okay, so it's not going to cost a hell of a lot of money. That's what we obviously care about, is spending money on a place to where maybe you might not see the return on investment. If you have the advertisement, then yes, it's going to be great, which you do have some advertisement here and with you as well and with others. Thank you for that super chat, Richie. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Hey Matt, did you ever hear any feedback? And I guess it's from both of you, DJ Trev and Richie, but mainly Richie here. I appreciate it. Do you ever hear anything back from Lunatics token after your video? I have not. They still haven't even removed me from the website, honestly. So I haven't heard anything else back. I wanted this to hear something to where they're like, we're watching. This is all the information that we have, and I did not get anything from them. So it still sucks with how much potential they've had and how that was kind of squandered. So yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't watch the whole video because I'm anti-split. So maybe I missed a reasonable part. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of anti-split too, but if it comes to a last resort, it does make sense because, like, look at this. If we're seeing way less volume and we're seeing people not support it and they're giving up on the project, we're not going to see enough to factor in these larger burns into Terra Luna Classic. And if we're not pushing for burns to happen on exchanges, we're not going to see enough burns. And then if the repeg is not really burning as much as they say it should burn, then we're not going to see enough burns. So what's the last ditch effort that we can have towards getting this down to a reasonable supply? It would be a split. And that split would give us the ability to get up to a $58 billion market cap, right? Or 58 billion coins. So it would basically tell us, hey, this could get to $1. And if we find a way to get to $1, now we can find a way to repeg USTC and we can get everything back in place and we have a path forward. Even though I'm anti-split, I can see a path to where we go that way. So it's honestly, if you look at them like, hey, I have 540,000 coins instead of 54 million coins. If that 540,000 coins can get us to $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, whatever, I'm definitely going to take it any day of the week, right? But if we have 54 million coins that will barely get us to, above a penny, then I'm like, all right, well, I'm only going to gain $500,000 from this at max. And, hopefully it's long-term so that I don't have to pay short-term capital gains tax. I think at this point it is long-term. Gotta go. Creating content for Bulls and Apes projects, creator competition. Y'all have an awesome day. Yeah, you have a great day as well. I appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. I'll see you, Mr. P. um, I think we are long away from getting consensus on a split. Yeah, I still don't think we, even if we did think that that was the right route, we still wouldn't get support for it because a lot of people would be like, no, 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 that doesn't work. And I want to hold millions of coins. But it's always that thought, would you rather hold 100% of a grape or, maybe 10% of a watermelon? What would you want to hold? Probably that 10% of a watermelon. That's way more than what a grape actually is. So I think Mark Cuban kind of coined that phrase from Shark Tank, but I believe it was said in other places first. But still, would you rather hold 100% of a grape or 10% of a watermelon? Uh, their Twitter is pretty quiet as well. For Lunatics token, uh, Kick voice streams a few seconds behind YouTube. Darn technology won't let me play them simultaneously for a spooky experience. I mean, you might have a spooky experience if you play them simultaneously and you have like you know a layered audio. So it sounds like there's just like a constant echo. 540K is still good money. 100%. But if you have 540K, that's what I'm saying. If you have this split opportunity, um, if you have this split opportunity and you have 500, let me actually go back here. You have 54 million, and you're like, all right, well, I have 54 million, but it can only get to the max it can get to is a penny, and burning down will be kind of torture for that. So the max you can get to, let's say, is 450 or sorry, yeah, 400 and 540. I don't know why I said that. 540 thousand, or let's say $600,000 of a max, because you would burn down some, right? So 600,000 worth of a max price, and you would see a 58 to 70 billion-dollar market cap. And that would be at a level of a penny, which would be here, right? 58 to $70 billion market cap. Or you can see this at a dollar with the ability to continue to burn, and the strength knowing that it's going to be at a dollar and be one of the meme coins that does get to a dollar, and the amount of investors that see the opportunity behind it. So increase in market cap, also decrease in the supply. So you're seeing 54 sort of $540,000 that you would end up receiving, but it also has a possibility of getting to $2, $3, $4, $5, and you're seeing a million, 1.5, $2 million. And that's the game you play. What's more valuable? Where do you think investors will be more likely to invest? Here or here? But again, that's just my opinion. That's there. That's just my opinion. There's a narrative that those coins pull liquidity away from Lunatic. What coins pull liquidity away from Lunatic? Like Pepe and Shiba Inu. Well, you got to understand that Pepe and Shiba Inu are different than what Terra Luna Classic is. Terra Luna Classic is a coin or a project in recovery. It's not a meme coin. It's something that has had a use case to it. It's had a strong showing for that use case as well. But Shiba Inu, Pepe have not had that, right? They are meme coins because they are meme coins. And that's pretty much it. So they're in two different areas here, in my opinion. I don't know why I must have said there like 5 times. There. The way I'm looking at this position, we are easily out at least another year before the next bull market. I'm zoomed out to 2025 to see major moves. I don't know if I see that, but then again, you never really know, right? Seeing what institutions are doing, I think we're closer than you think. Lots of Lunatics info coming soon. Stand by. All right, and then I'll definitely find a way to reiterate that info on the channel as well. That's probably a good stance to have, Brian. Burn coins. Matthew sending a Twitter DM confidential. Okay, cool. I'll look at it right after this. That's good to hear, Trev, because I hear my bag uh, gagging for life in the background. I hope Lunati does something very soon. It's likely they disappeared. Wait, it's like they disappeared. Yeah, I mean it's just like I didn't understand it because they had so much potential, but I can understand that it costs money to run all of these things that they're doing. And I just thought from the beginning, I thought it was too much. You know, I was always saying to them that I feel like we should focus on something more simple. Um, while building use cases are great and establishing use cases are great, it's not something that you need for a smaller position. It's like that. Think of it like this: when Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook, um, he was told many times to start monetizing it. He did not want to monetize it because he felt like it was not big enough. We don't understand what it actually is, and we don't understand what the volume will be, how many people will be invested into it, right? That's something that I think MySpace did, was they monetized kind of too quickly, right? So you're looking at it the same way here, where you're trying to kind of monetize it very, very quickly and be able to gain something because you have people that are looking to gain money from it that are part of the team. And if you are patient, you will find a way to get to that point where you are making a decent amount of money from the project as developers, or just big investors or partners or whatever. I'm very patient. I try to be very patient. I try to put out a lot of ideas that I guess more incentivize patience, because it's more about the long game, right? You don't need to launch on every single exchange right from the beginning. That would be great. You would have a lot of volume at that point, but you would also take away from future gains because you have no other information, because you launched here, you launched there, you launched here, you launched there, all in the same day, and now you have nowhere else to launch, right? So in this case, it wasn't about launching on places. It was about creating utility, having all these different things that you're doing, right? Staking, a second version of staking, NFTs, a second launching of NFTs, other NFTs within a metaverse, right? You have all these different things that you're really focusing on to do so much for the investors that are there when we don't even know what it is yet. So that's honestly, they should have taken a step back and said, look, we're looking to launch on exchanges, and we'll look to increase the volume to see what it ends up being, and then we'll find a way to monetize it. How much Pepe do you own? I own 67 million, not 67,000, 67 million coins. So it's like $111 worth. Not a lot. We are still in accumulation phase. Maybe some small gains right now, but not a bull market. Patience and focus. Time for work. Later, guys. Well, thank you for being here, Brad. I appreciate it. I always appreciate it when you're here. I always appreciate it when all the moderators show up, and some subscribers jump in as well. I appreciate it, and members. Do you see CRO getting above $1 when this bull run takes off? What's your exit plan? I love the spreadsheet. So for me, I don't know if I have it listed out there, but yes, I do think that CRO is getting above $1. That is a $25 billion market cap. I believe that we're going to see a resistance point at a certain level to where it does go up there, but we're going to see a slight resistance from 90 cents or maybe even like 90 or 95 cents all the way back down to maybe around 75 or 80 cents, at which I will take a little bit of profit at 90 cents just because I'm going to put that same amount of profit back in there at a lower point to gain a little bit more coins. Which that's my plan to do that. But my ultimate profit taking strategy is well above $1, right? Seeing this at a dollar 50 is, or close to it, as you know, whenever it hits these levels of like $1 or 50 cents or 25 cents, or sorry, 50 cents or $2 or whatever, you're seeing it get to like the 3/4 of the way there, and then it ends up pulling back a little bit. But seeing how CRO has already been there, we're going to see that probably pull back at like 50 cents, and then we're going to see another pullback at like 90 cents when it does get to like the all-time highs, where people are going to take a little bit of profit. And then we'll see a jump from maybe like 75 to 80 cents, at which I will reinvest the same dollar figure, right? Or not the same dollar figure, the same amount of coins into there while capturing some of the profit from there, but it's not going to be a crazy amount. But ultimately, I will start taking profit somewhere close to $1.50. Um, that's my mindset, and again, that may end up being uh, the everything that I invested, which was 12 or $13,000, which honestly wouldn't be crazy because I have 81,000 coins, but I do have some set aside. So I have like 3,000 right now that's set aside for this eventual move, right? So if it does get to 90 cents, pulling out some and then reinvesting it into there. I hope that by that time I accumulate maybe around 10,000 coins that's out of being staked, and then I'll start unstaking the ones that I do have there. Maybe like half I'll unstake it, and we'll make those moves as we see the bull market continue. But ultimately, I do want to hold a decent amount for the long term for CRO. But I have a full exit plan strategy for it. Matt, they're saying with the ETFs coming, Bitcoin could get 20 some trillion in new money. What's your take? So yes and no. Um, so with the Bitcoin ETF, I don't know exactly what it's going to entail. If it's going to have like multiple cryptocurrencies that are invested into there, or multiple or something else. I'm not 100% sure exactly. But if you have a lot of cryptocurrencies in there, you could have trillions that go into a crypto ETF. But I don't know if it's truly just a Bitcoin ETF, because right now there's already a Bitcoin ETF that I believe I hold, which is like BTF or something. Um, and that really isn't doing that great with an ETF that's out there. So they say it could be trillions of dollars, but we haven't seen it from the current Bitcoin ETF that is out there. So why would we see it from a new Bitcoin ETF unless it is a full crypto like ETF? Accumulation of multiple different crypto positions that people are investing into, kind of like the S&P 500, where you have 500 different investments that are involved into there. So um, I do see trillions of dollars that are going into the crypto market in the form of ETFs, as well as just investing straight into the markets. But we're not going to see uh, you know crazy amount, like multiple trillions of dollars that are invested into this new Bitcoin ETF when we already have one that hasn't really produced that same level. So I still believe that there's going to be a lot invested into crypto in general, and that we'll see crypto overall be worth multiple trillions, hopefully tens of trillions. That would be fantastic. But shooting for levels of above 5 trillion, getting to 10 trillion, that would be great. Just to see that at a kind of more of a medium to high level for the bull run. Um, but yeah, that's kind of my take there. Matt, can I have my wrench back? You didn't have. Wait, why did I? I didn't take away a wrench. Yeah, you got it. What time is it? 9, 9, 11. I think I think is did Erica take Hayden to daycare? Trying to think. He already took because I hear Harper upstairs. I think Harper's here. I don't know if she ate breakfast though. Um. Oh, I didn't look at Twitch in a while. No, Matt, where are we in Perryville in the Shib metaverse, or is Shib just a bummer these days? Shib is kind of a bummer, but I still do have. It's not Perryville. It was Burnsville. Um, but I still have my plot of land. I'm trying to see what it's going to be. Because I think metaverses will be great, but I honestly think that all these metaverses that are created, it's not going to be the same way that we, or they're not all going to be the same. You're going to see some that are just like games that you're traveling through, and the plots of land probably will mean nothing. But then you'll have like ones that actually can invest a ton of money into it, like Meta or Apple or whatever company that already has millions or billions of dollars that are invested into it. Like I believe Meta has invested um, like multiple billions of dollars into their metaverse to make it what it is today, right? Even um, the Quest 3, where it's like slimmer and it's just going to get better and better and become lighter and lighter. Like right now, it's still like it's not as heavy as what Apple is going to produce with their $3,500 headset, but then it's also lighter than this headset, which is slimmer. It's very slim and it's equally distributed. I don't know if you can see this, but equally distributed because I have the MetaQuest Pro, and this one feels a lot better on the head because it's not as heavy, right? And because they were able to introduce this, now they're able to introduce what the Meta Quest 3 is, and then they're going to do the 4, the 5, and they're going to have better and better models. It's going to come slimmer and slimmer. And the point is they're investing into the product. Hopefully that stays on there. So they're investing into the product, but then they're also investing into the actual metaverse. And what I think it's going to be is something like where you have certain plots of land to where people put their stores, and they maybe rent out that area or they just buy it outright. At this point, I think people will just buy it outright. Eventually, you'll see people that bought it outright that will rent it to other people in a popular area. So if you're able to get, let's say, if they have a Disney metaverse and you're able to buy it right from the start, not rent it, then what you'll be able to do is basically lease that out to someone else, and you'll have it in a popular area eventually, kind of like you owning a house. You own a house, you'll be able to lease it out to other people. So it will be pretty big. Hello, Mac Lovin. On Ledger, you can use services like Changely swap coins without leaving your device. That's awesome. Yes, Burnsville. Sorry. Let's see. Learn. Wait. Hey, Matt. Learn to be suspicious of people after lunatics. I mean, I I'm so I don't like to be like that. I really don't. I mean, I know you have to do it in cryptocurrency, but when you see the transparency from the beginning, anything could change when things aren't going their way, right? Everything looks great when you're starting a business, but when that business starts to fail, that business starts to, not see as much revenue. Well, now people are starting to take from certain areas and starting to do things that are malicious because they feel like they don't have the inflow of money that they thought they would have. And it's understandable why not why they would do it, but that they do it, right? Because people start getting very defensive or very controlling on what they own. It's kind of like if you let's say you were making a lot of money and then all of a sudden you're not making any money, and now you're like you're homeless, and everything that you get or everything that you're supposed to have or that was owed to you, you're looking to get right now. So kind of like the Pursuit of Happiness, if anybody has seen that, where he became homeless and he was like, I'm gonna need that $17. Like I'm gonna need that from you right now, like because he needs the money, and he's trying to, uh, really hold on to that and, all of that. So I'm trying to apply it to different places, but it it sucks. I do need to, be more cautious and suspicious of people, but when they show their transparency, just understand that anything could change in a down market. When things aren't going their way, who are they? When things are going their way, you know who they are because they're transparent. When things aren't going their way, who are they really? You know? Let's see. I like being able to help out where I can, Richie. Um, Along with the spot ETFs, how about the BIS? What's the BIS? Saying every central bank will be able to allocate up to 2% of their assets into crypto. Um, Bitcoin is the only one that has been labeled a commodity. I mean, that could be interesting, but also, um, it it's not great in my opinion especially for a bank to allocate 2% of their assets into Bitcoin, into one cryptocurrency. Um, that may not be the best situation in the world. It may be great for Bitcoin in the beginning, but overall, crypto and the bank in general is probably not the best situation. That's like putting all of your money into one basket. Even though yes, you are only putting 2%, but that 2% is a lot. I had to change my YouTube over a while back. Okay, so that's why you didn't have a wrench. Gotta go, peeps. Gotta go to work. Everybody have a blessed day. Yes, you too, Richie. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate it, and just being here and in general and ask questions. I mean, it helps me gather information for what video I need to create next. Let's see. Let's see. Bank for International Settlements. Didn't know that. Let's sync with the ship. Holding my 1 year staked Lunati. So yeah, I still hold my 1 year staked Lunati as well as the currency, or sorry, the coins that I have in my Binance Smart Chain wallet. So if anybody feels as though they need to make a move, eventually I'll clear it out just because I don't want to have it in my wallet at some point. Um, but hopefully they do something good with it. I'm just done with being that person that kind of backs a lot of things that they're doing. Even if they fully recover, that's great if they fully recover. Um, but I'm not gonna take the ship down with me or anything like that. Like I'm not looking to do that. I've received gains from the beginning when I first invested in a Terra Luna, or sorry, not Terra Luna, Lunatics token. So, and I know other people have done that as well. They ended up profiting or getting their realized gains out of it when it did go to a $21 million market cap, which is phenomenal. Um, but the issue is that, I gave a ton of ideas of what could be done in order to make this better, this situation better, and it was all shot down. So, what's the point of being there to kind of give any type of ideas and ask questions and figure out different ways if you're just going to shoot them down anyways? So I don't want to be a part of a community like that, whether they do fully recover or don't. um so we'll see. Will Pepe moon? It depends what your definition of moon is, but by most people I would guess yes. General manager of the BIS actually looks like a fat cat. You know what's crazy? That term right there, fat cat, really brings back memories to this restaurant that I used to eat at, and it was like literally the best burgers and fries you could possibly get. And I'm so upset when they moved their location without letting everybody know where their location was. Then I found their location, got like one more burger and fries from them, and then I believe the owner like passed away or something, and it was just no more. Like he was the one that was making the burgers, making the fries, doing everything. It was just so good, like the best to this day. I don't care what burger and fries I have now. It was the best, better than what you would get at Five Guys, better than what you would get at In-N-Out, better than what you would get at a lot of places. This was literally the best burger and fries you could ever have. It was fantastic, and I'm craving it right now, but I know I can never have it. So that sucks. Um, but yeah, anyways, it's about an hour in, or an hour and 30 minutes in at this point. Guys, if you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. I know the market is about to open. I want to do a lot more live streams, but ever since, like, Harper being home for the summer, it's a little bit difficult for me to even get anything on here because I got to keep her entertained and going through educational stuff and all that stuff. Can we start buying property on the metaverse yet? So on certain metaverses, you can buy property, but I'm waiting for one of the big players, right? I'm waiting for Meta to come through and say, look, we have Times Square here or whatever, and we have all these properties ready for sale. This is how much they cost. And I don't care if they're $5,000. I'm buying one, right? Because I feel like those will be very important to be a part of that larger metaverse or whatever it will end up being. And being able to advertise whatever your space is, whether I'm advertising YouTube or being able to even lease it out to somebody else that has something more interesting that they want to sell to everybody, right? It could be kind of like an outlet mall or something, and outlet stores, and you'll have this store that's here that sounds interesting to everybody. So I can't wait for that to happen, because I know it will, and virtual land will be a big deal, a huge deal. Just like physical land is, virtual land will be a huge deal as well, because that's where a lot of sales come from, is the online space. And if you can advertise to millions upon millions of people every single day that may join that metaverse, that's free advertisement for the rest of your life as long as you are on there. You know what I mean? So it's going to mean a lot more. Like I said, if you can be a part of Disney's theme park as one of the stores that are on like the main strip, is that not free advertisement for the rest of your life? So we'll see how all of this works, and I hope that that's the case. But anyways, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Again, if you guys want to go and follow me on Kick, we are at 48 followers. And we're looking to increase that to about 75. So if you want to be a part of that first 75 that ends up getting paid in BNB, or getting the $50 worth of BNB and winning, be a part of it, right? We got 74 people here, and I'm sure all of you are not a part of Kick. So hit that link in the chat, get a chance to win $50 worth of BNB. 2 out of 75 people will win $50 worth of BNB. That's some really freaking good odds, right? It's random, but those are some good odds. 2 out of 75 people. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.